In the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, where the horizon blurred into an endless blue, Lieutenant Commander Elena Voss stood on the flight deck of the USS Horizon. The carrier's massive hull cut through the waves like a silent guardian, but Elena's heart raced with the storm brewing inside her. At 32, with eyes as deep as the sea and hair tied back in a practical ponytail, she was one of the Navy's finest pilots. Her call sign, Siren, came from her uncanny ability to lure enemies into traps with graceful precision. But those who knew her saw the vulnerability beneath. A woman who had lost her father to the same skies she now commanded. Elena's world had always been one of flight and freedom. Born in a small coastal town in Maine, she grew up watching seagulls dance on the wind, dreaming of wings of her own. Her father, Captain Marcus Voss, had been a legend in the Navy, flying missions in the Gulf until a fateful day when his jet vanished over hostile waters. That loss forged her resolve, but it also left a scar, a promise to her younger brother, Jasper, that she would return from every sortie. Jasper, now a budding artist in San Francisco, sent her sketches of peaceful landscapes, reminders of the life she fought to protect. This mission was different. Intelligence reports painted a grim picture. An enemy stronghold on a remote island chain, fortified with anti-aircraft, batteries and harboring weapons that threatened Allied ships. The target was a network of bunkers embedded in jagged cliffs, where rogue forces stockpiled missiles capable of sinking carriers like the Horizon. Elena's squadron, the Thunderbird's Bidas, was tasked with a precision strike at dawn. Leading the charge was her wingman, Lieutenant Reese Camden, a charismatic Texan with a smile that could light up the darkest hangar. Reese, with his tousled blonde hair and easy laugh, had become more than a comrade. Their shared flights had sparked a quiet romance, whispers of what if amid the roar of engines. As the briefing unfolded in the dim ready room, Captain Harlan Reed outlined the plan. We hit hard and fast. Voss, you take point on the initial run. Camden, cover her 6. Remember, this isn't just about destruction, it's about saving lives. Elena nodded, her mind flashing to the letter from Jasper tucked in her flight suit. We'll make it count, sir. But doubt crept in. Satellite imagery showed civilian structures nearby. One miscalculation could mean innocent blood. That night, as stars pierced the sky, Elena confided in Reese on the deck. What if we don't come back? What if this war takes everything? He pulled her close, his voice steady. Then we fly like it's our last dance, Elena. For them, for us. The alarm blared at 0400. Suited up in her G-suit, Elena climbed into her FA-18 Super Hornet, the jet's sleek lines humming with power. The catapult launched her into the pre-dawn sky, the G-forces pressing her into the seat like an old friend. Reese's voice crackled over the comms. Siren, this is Hawk, ready to soar? She smiled beneath her oxygen mask. Always, Hawk, let's light up the dawn. The squadron pierced the morning mist like arrows from a bow, their afterburners painting fiery trails against the fading night. Elena's radar lit up with threats, surface-to-air missiles locking on as they approached the island. Bandits at 12 o'clock, she barked, banking hard to evade. The enemy positions nestled in volcanic crags, camouflaged among palm groves and ancient ruins. Below, waves crashed against black sand beaches, a deceptive paradise hiding arsenals of death. Thunderbirds, engage! Captain Reed's order echoed. Elena dove first, her jet screaming toward the primary bunker. Tracers arced up like angry fireflies, but she juked left, releasing a salvo of laser-guided bombs. Explosions bloomed below, orange fireballs ripping through concrete and steel. Direct hit on target Alpha, she reported, pulling up sharply as debris clouded the air. But victory was fleeting. An enemy fighter scrambled from a hidden airstrip, closing in fast. Reese was there in an instant. I've got your back, Siren. His Hornet twisted in a barrel roll, missiles streaking toward the bogey. The sky erupted in a dogfight, afterburners roaring as they looped and weaved. Elena's heart pounded. This was the chaos she trained for, yet each turn felt like a gamble with fate.
Hawk, break right, Sam incoming,
she yelled. He complied, but shrapnel grazed his wing, smoke trailing. I'm hit, but still flying. Press the attack. The squadron pressed on, jets dancing in lethal ballet. Lieutenant Aria Lennox, a sharp-eyed newcomer with a name as melodic as her maneuvers, took out a secondary battery with pinpoint accuracy. That's for the Horizon, she quipped. But the enemy fought back fiercely. One Thunderbird went down in flames, the pilot ejecting into the hostile sea. Elena's comms filled with urgency. Mayday, Thunderbird 4 is down. Grief twisted her gut, but she refocused. Targeting the final stronghold, a command center perched on a cliff. Diving through flak, Elena armed her payload. The crosshairs aligned, but in that split second, she glimpsed movement below, figures fleeing. Perhaps civilians caught in the crossfire. Hesitation gripped her. Her finger hovered over the release. Siren, what's the holdup? Reese urged. Swallowing hard, she adjusted for precision, bombing only the armed emplacements. The cliffside shattered, sending boulders tumbling into the ocean. Targets neutralized, she confirmed. Her voice steady despite the turmoil within. As they regrouped, Reese's jet sputtered, losing hydraulics, heading back to the boat. Elena escorted him, the squadron limping home under a rising sun. The attack had succeeded, enemy positions in ruins, but the cost weighed heavy. In the debrief, Elena stared at the empty seat of the fallen pilot, wondering if power always demanded such sacrifice. Back on the USS Horizon, the deck buzzed with medics and mechanics. Reese's jet landed with a thud, sparks flying from damaged gear. Elena rushed to his side as he climbed out, battered but alive. "You scared me, Hawk," she whispered, embracing him amid the chaos. His grin, though pained, warmed her. "Couldn't leave you to dance alone, Siren." But the victory felt hollow. Reports confirmed minimal civilian casualties, yet the loss of their comrade haunted them. In the quiet of her quarters, Elena unfolded Jasper's latest sketch, a serene ocean vista untouched by war. Tears fell as she penned a letter. "We won today, but at what price? I fly for you, little brother, for a world where art triumphs over ashes." The mission had crippled the enemy's capabilities, securing sea lanes for months. But Elena grappled with the human toll. Reese joined her, his arm in a sling. "We did what we had to. That's the power we wield, not just in jets, but in choices." Weeks later, on shore leave in Hawaii, Elena and Reese walked golden sands, the Pacific whispering secrets. Jasper flew in, his embrace a balm. "You came back, sis. That's all that matters." As they watched the sunset, Elena reflected on the skies that had claimed her father. War was a tempest, but love was the anchor. The attack on those enemy positions wasn't just a strike, it was a testament to resilience, to hearts that beat fiercely amid the thunder. In the end, Elena Voss flew on, her spirit unbroken, a siren calling not for destruction, but for peace. The jets that attacked became symbols of sacrifice, echoing in stories told under starlit skies.